man. And with the local DBC news, Ellen Cool J with a triumphant comeback. But tonight, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my pants, with sauce and beer, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom, explosion.
Welcome to the final regular season installment of the Malcontent video log, and for one last time, it is brought to you by Patch.com. You want to know what's going on in your neighborhood? Get patched in. Patch.com, it's your place for local news that you can't live without. Well, let's get to it, folks. Picks, nothing but picks. We went 3-3 both of the last 2 weeks, which isn't great, but the overall record of 48-24 speaks for itself. So with that, here we go. Durden versus Steele. One last week in the regular season means one last chance for me to savage the Steele champs. I feel really good about my roster right now, and I just don't see the sort of holes I see on Steele's team. Not that it would matter. I would pick myself to win no matter what. Zeus versus Maximus. Zeus's match is tougher than some might think this week. DeMarco Murray practiced today, which could affect the number of carries that Felix gets. Rudolph has a shoulder injury, and Harvin is banged up as well, and even though he practiced today, he's no lock to play this Sunday against the Packers. But despite all of this, I think that somehow, some way, he pulls this thing out. I said it in week 1, and I'll say it again now. Zeus's team is stacked. He's still my favorite to win it all this year. It's just how I feel. Geithner versus M3. Don't want to spend too much time on this. Geithner wins this one easily. I just hope that the Madwin field's a full team this week. Orb versus Big Sexy. Really wanted to pick Orb in this match, but there's a lot going Lippy's way these days. I love the Megatron against Indy matchup. I really love Knicks against the Skins, but there's too much of these just good enough matchups that are in Lippy's favor, so I'm going to pick Lippy to win. Tiny versus Mass. Tiny and Geithner have the most interesting of the playoff race scenarios. We covered all of that a couple days ago, so I'm not going to get into that again. This game is probably going to come out to what happens at the wide receiver position, because these teams both have problems at running back, especially with Darren McFadden returning. So Tiny's going to have some issues there. Mass's running back problems have haunted him all season, and this week they're back again. So I'm going to take Tiny. And lastly, my upset special, Chop versus Barb. I love everything about Barb's team this week except for Pierre Thomas. I don't know why he's still on her team. Her QB plays on Monday night. Her stud RB faces Oakland. Witten plays Philly. Nelson and Welker have easy matches again against Minnesota and Miami, respectively. As for Chop, well, he's got VJax against Champ Bailey. And, oh wait, he's got Aaron Rodgers. So I just don't think one guy can do him for him this week, which is a shame, because the division title and a first-round bye are at stake for him. If he loses and I win, I get the first-round bye. So I am happily taking Barb this week. And that'll do it, folks. Good luck to everybody but Steele and Chop this week. And no matter how this week's games shake out, the playoffs promise to be a lot of fun this year. In fact, we've got a chance that our defending champ could be next year's Sacco holder. So that's kind of fun to be watching that. Thanks again for tuning in this year, and good luck.
Enough is enough! I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! Everybody strap in! I'm about to open some fucking windows.